Hey Taurus, I hope you guys are doing great. Here to do a Mercury retrograde reading for you guys. We're going to see what's going on around you for the next few weeks in terms of the retrograde that's happening right now. Things that you might want to be mindful of, things that you should be on the lookout for. So let's jump right in. The overall energy that's surrounding you guys right now, we have new moon in Scorpio, work through your fears. And we also have full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. So it feels like what's happening throughout this retrograde is that there's a bit of uncertainty that's surrounding something in your life right now, something that's been up in the air that you don't necessarily have the answers for, something that you may be looking for closure on, but you're a little bit worried, I think, about the outcome and what that's going to mean for you. And I feel like more than anything right now, Spirit is saying that during this time of retrograde, it's going to be okay. There's going to be a resolution to whatever it is that you are experiencing right now, but it's going to be very important for you to sort of push through that uncertainty, to push through any fear or anxiety that you may be experiencing throughout this time. So super positive energy. It feels like the stress that you've been under, Taurus, is going to work itself out, that you're going to find yourself in a better place. I think in relatively short period of time, that there is, once you sort of get through it, then the other side is going to be a lot easier, a lot less stressful, more relaxed than I think what you've been experiencing up until this point. So, wow, that flipped out onto my arm. So what this retrograde has in store for you right now, we have Temperance in reverse. So Temperance to me is really the card of balance. And again, I think going back to this uncertainty that you're experiencing right now, it feels as though you're going to be a little bit off balance, right? That you're not going to sort of have that level field, that groundedness that you probably should have, but are finding a little bit challenging right now. We also have the Emperor in reverse. This to me feels like a bit of powerlessness, right? That you're just kind of floating along. It's almost the equivalent of somebody who right now is stumbling through the dark. It doesn't feel as though you believe you have much control over the situation that's happening for you right now. I feel like you probably have a little bit more control than you think that you do. But again, there's this element of fear. There's this element of hesitation and reluctance that's surrounding you right now. So it may feel as though you're kind of stuck on a runaway train and you're just kind of at the mercy of whatever. It's like, well, I don't think I can do anything, so I'm just going to hold on, as much as I can. So, I feel like this retrograde with the Ace of Swords in reverse has the potential to sort of create a disruption or an interruption in terms of your communication with other people. There might be a message that you've been waiting on that you haven't gotten right now, that you haven't gotten just yet. And it feels as though, there's a barrier either to you communicating with someone or somebody communicating with you. And I feel like it's the second one, that maybe you've been waiting for somebody to communicate something towards you. And because they haven't done it just yet, there's a sense of, okay, what's going on? What is it that I can do? But there might be something that's keeping you from reaching out to them, from communicating to this other person. And again, that might be that fear element. It could be that you don't know what to say because you're not necessarily standing in your power right now with the Emperor in reverse. So it feels like there's something that you need to know from someone else that you are just not getting from them right now. So when we look at sort of the shifts that might come as a result of this retrograde, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So this could be something that's related to your finances, to a career opportunity, something material that you've been waiting for, right? And so it feels as though the shift that's happening is that that's been a little bit delayed, right? It's continuing to be delayed. However, we do have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Now, when this card is upright, typically the Knight of Swords represents a very fickle energy. It's very, very in and out. It's very, you know, it's not something that's very long lasting. It's, you know, very much a sense of, okay, this is here, but is it going to stay? Is it going to stick around? And I think that this delay that you've experienced is actually a little bit beneficial for you because it's ensuring that the energy is right when it does come in. So with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, in thinking about the shift that's going to happen with this retrograde, I do think that there is going to be an offer coming into you. I think that it's taken longer than you would have hoped, but understand that when it does come in, that it's not going to be something that's fleeting. It's not going to be something that's only here for a moment. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups in reverse. So this is about not having any regrets. This is, you know, something that is very solid, that's very stable, that you know that you made the right choice, or that you get to the point where you sort of understand that things have unfolded in the way that they have for your highest good. So there's very much a sense of when it happens, it's going to be right, that it's going to be good. So it might be a good thing to be mindful of how much effort and energy that you put into something during this time, Taurus. There's a sense of not overworking yourself, and that could be from an emotional perspective, right? We also have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Nine of Cups in reverse, it feels as though overworking yourself at this point is not going to get you the results that you need. Stressing out and worrying and sort of being afraid of what's next is not going to give you the benefits that you're looking for. It's not going to make this come any faster. So it feels as though there's just a need to sort of center yourself, right? Step back into your power. Work through whatever it is you're afraid of. Maybe ask yourself, why are you so worried about this outcome? It's almost as if Spirit is asking you, how come you don't have faith in me? How come you don't have faith in this situation? And we also have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So again, being mindful of releasing that anxiety, releasing that worry, those fears that you might have for how things are going to turn out. Because I do feel, Taurus, that things are going to be okay. Things are going to turn out just fine. So, you know, in terms of how this could be helpful for you, we have the Four of Pentacles, which is typically the card of, you know, sort of holding back. And we also have the Four of Wands. So what I feel is that this is now the time for you not to sort of take any sort of drastic action, not to kind of force things that come, but there's an element of patience here, right? Not letting yourself get carried away, not letting the lack of movement that you might be seeing right now, or the slowness that something is taking in terms of coming towards you. This is now the time to sort of take control of yourself, because I don't think that there's anything that you can do to necessarily control this external situation that's happening around you right now. But understand that sort of tempering yourself, making sure that you're staying in control of your thoughts and your emotions, are going to net you this Four of Wands, this stability. And remember, we just said that, yes, this is taking its time to come to this conclusion, to find this resolution. But when it comes in, it's going to be something that lasts for you, there's a sense of longevity here. It's really about playing the long game. So hang in there, Taurus, and be patient. So the last two cards that we have that came out for the final messages from Spirit, we have do something different, and we also have forgive and forget. So I think as you embark on this process of sort of tempering yourself and just, I don't want to say let go and let God, because that's so cliche, but that's what it feels like right now, right? Is that you're doing something different where you've been in this energy of being a little bit stressed out. It feels as though you're releasing that. And you're going to focus a lot more on taking care of you. And it almost feels like, you know, Taurus, there's a little bit of sense of being maybe upset with the other person or the situation. Like, why is it taking so long? There might be a little bit of frustration with yourself. Like, why am I feeling like this? This is ridiculous. So I feel like, you know, in you sort of shifting your mindset and tempering yourself and, you know, stepping back into your power and being a little bit more patient, I think that there's, you know, also a sense that don't beat yourself up, you know, for feeling the way that you do. Like, I'm hearing bygones. So whatever angst you're feeling right now, it doesn't seem like it feels very good for you. And you might be a little bit upset at yourself for even feeling that way in the first place. So I feel like Spirit is saying, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. You're human. Let it go. Let it go. Put yourself on a different path. Put yourself in a different state of mind and wait for things to unfold, because I think that they're going to unfold in a way that's good. There seems to be a very positive and stable new beginning for you. You're just going to have to ride out this period of quiet that you're experiencing right now. So Taurus, I'm going to leave it there for you. I hope that this was helpful and I hope that it resonated. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. But in the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.